recreation is picking up again in Glen Canyon as water flows from Flaming Gorge to Lake Powell. As of June 16, the National Park Service said in a press release that Lake Powell's water level had risen to 3,537 feet. That's a 12-foot increase from the previous measurement of 3,525. And it couldn't come too soon for Dan Hadabaugh, who, along with his wife, Shelby, owns and runs Paddle Lake Powell. The business was jumping when St. George News visited on June 9, but they've seen ups and downs in the 3 years since they went into business together. Situated on the docks at Antelope Point Marina, Hadabaugh said that he moved their business from the public launch ramp to Antelope Point after water levels dipped too low. The Bureau of Reclamation announced on May 3, 2022, 2 separate urgent drought response actions that will help prop up Lake Powell by nearly 1 million acre-feet of water over the next 12 months, May 2022 through April 2023. To protect Lake Powell, more water will flow into the lake from upstream reservoirs, and less water will be released downstream. The Department of the Interior is conducting the 5th experimental flow at Glen Canyon Dam since implementing its long-term experimental and management plan. The goal is to provide enhanced habitat for the life cycle of aquatic insects that are the primary food source for fish in the Colorado River. Experiments under long-term experimental and management plan consists of 4 different flow regimes: high flows, macroinvertebrate flows, bug flows, trout management flows, and low summer flows. Collaborative discussions among technical experts resulted in a decision to begin this 4th consecutive year of the bug flow experiment on May 1 and continue through August 31, 2022. It will slightly modify the schedule and flow rates of water releases from Lake Powell through Glen Canyon Dam, Arizona. The normally scheduled monthly and weekly release volumes will not be affected. Flows during the experiment will include steady weekend water releases with routine hydropower production flows on weekdays that include normal hourly changes in release rates. Those steady weekend flows are expected to provide favorable conditions for aquatic insects to lay and cement their eggs to rocks, vegetation, and other materials near the river's edge. Steady weekend flows will be relatively low, within 2 inches of typical weekday low water levels. It is unlikely casual recreational river users will notice the changes in water levels. Hourly releases in June 2022 will fluctuate from a low of approximately 8,600 CFS during the early morning hours to a high of 14,582 CFS during the afternoon and evening hours. On weekend days in June 2022, releases will be steady near 9,350 CFS. The Glen Canyon Dam implementation team will closely monitor the condition of resources during the experiment and may terminate implementation at any time if unanticipated negative impacts are observed or are likely to occur due to ongoing drought and low lake levels.